But I went to actually confirm what chasing triangle's number on the bottom of the jug is, and it's not a number 1. So all of that is right out. This is not an antimony issue. It's a number 7. It's a number 7. Now, number 7, when it comes to plastics, when you get a number 7, it means shrug. It means they don't want to admit. It means other. It means something is happening. Now, I know that there are processes where plastic exposed to heat does something. It's well established now that I looked at number 1 in antimony. But number 7, nobody's going to tell me anything about anything. And what's even stranger is I look at, because we've got multiple jugs, and you can go to some places and you can return jugs and they'll just relabel them with their company sticker, and they will just reuse the variety of different jugs. So you end up with jugs from different manufacturers. So there are different manufacturers, all number 7, all plastic, other. And so who knows what this one versus that one will do under those circumstances. Like, we refilled with good water, and we made sure that the new water is not in sunlight ever. It's in the corner of the kitchen and does not get sunlight cutting through that little corner. And it tastes like that. Now, it tastes like that either because like there's sunlight in the room, I guess, question mark. It's not streaming through it, and it's not warm. Like, we've got air conditioning in that room, and it's we can chill the water. That's what we had before. We had chilled water, and it was cooling all of the water. Just because kind of the water was in around. So, and that didn't matter. That didn't matter. And new water under these new conditions, but it was the same container. And it turns out, I think that whatever toxicity in the plastic stayed and continued to leach in this newer water. So we're at the point where now I understand why glass jugs exist. So we're going to switch to glass. We're going to switch to glass. We're still going to keep things out of sunlight just because there might be bacteria issues, because that's a different kind of taste that I think we tasted before. So it's like I've been drinking a lot of Diet Pepsi. This show is not sponsored by Pepsi. And I've been doing that because I haven't had good water. Even for the tea I was drinking, it was not good. So this is one of those circumstances where you will be slapped in the face by some problem. And a lot of people, they won't have the time, the interest, they won't be aware, they may not have the money to be able to really spend some serious time in the face of being lied to by companies or by Wikipedia, and they won't be able to pursue this in order to optimize and improve the situation. Some people will just make do. That's just what the water is like. Oh well, it's this neighborhood. It kind of sucks. I'll guess I'll just drink more juice or something like that. Please don't drink juice. It's just juice has more sugar than soda pop. So I spent the time and I learned a new thing. Like, I don't know if this is going to stay in my head at all, so I took some notes. I kept the PDF. Hey, disk space is cheap, and I'm an archivist, so I'm going to put it somewhere. It's going to get lost. I'll be able to, I've got a special search program that I made that'll walk through my stuff. I'll be able to find it again if this ever becomes a thing. It will not be handy. I don't have any of that stuff handy, which is a bit of a problem. I don't have any of it handy, so I can't just pull it up live. I take that stuff and I put it on a different computer, and